This is the S&P 500 one-day reading for October 7th, 2022. Guys, before we get into it, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. If you have, thank you so much. Please share with a friend, somebody you think it'll help. This is how we support the channel. Don't forget about the rule of karma. When you make money from the information of this reading, take 10% of the profits and set it aside. You want to split that in half. Pay half of it forward to somebody that needs it, that isn't expecting it. Pay it forward. You don't want anything in return. And the other half, that 5%, send it back to our channel at the Approveb on Cash App and support the channel. Gratitude begets gratitude, my friends. We are putting out a ton of free content here. And then the other 90%, you do what you got to do with it. Make sure it's out of love. Do not trick yourself into believing that you don't have to act out of love, or you have to not act out of love. Do not trick yourself. Do not fall victim to your own ego. Act out of love and surprise yourself. The universe will open up doors you never knew existed. This is infinity, my friends. With that said, the overall theme and behavior for the day of the 7th, we have a rally that increases. It's a notable rally on a multi-day chart, I should say. An important high here, an important crest or high as well on a multi-day chart. The behavior around the high, we have a rally that increases with momentum moving into the high. I'm also advised to open up protection around this high, but I think probably on Monday is more likely. And then the behavior around the low, we have multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance around the low. And it looks like a notable move to the low and off of the low as well. I'm advised to trade around a decline off of a prominent crest or high on the one-day chart. Behavior in the pre-market, they're selling from near overbought territory on RSI. A notable decline on a one-day chart right around the open or into the open, and it marks an opportunity to open up a long position. In the first half hour or so, there's a notable move higher out of oversold territory or to fill a previous gap down. And we have a day's high here between roughly 10 and let's say 11:45. Or possibly two highs here between 10 and 11:45. It looks like the high's probably closer to 11:45, but we have a high here between let's say 10 and let's say 12. U-shaped dip between 10 and 11ish. In the midst of there's that rally out of the open and into the 10 o'clock hour, and then a U-shaped dip. Looks like we might have a trough here, and then a rally that forms. A rally that. U-shaped dip to a high, like a high to a high, and then a drop through multiple support levels here. But then we're caught rally at a low here, a day's low between roughly, let's say 10:45 and 12:15ish. So we go from a high to a low, possibly another high in there, but we bump along a resistance level, sideways along resistance around noontime between 12ish and 1ish. And there is another notable rally that'll stand out there. And a trade opportunity between roughly 1 and 2 with some sideways rotation along support level, increasing with bullish sentiment and momentum as we move forward into the 2 o'clock hour. Between 2 and 3, even in the face of seemingly overwhelming headwinds, we move higher. It looks like in the last hour, there's a bit of a decline somewhere in here as well between like the 2 and 3 o'clock, like around the 3 o'clock hour, I should say, a bit of a decline. So we go push higher, decline, and then out of that decline, we have a big move to the upside. In that last hour, it looks like all the way from the bottom of a range to the top of a range, a cash out opportunity or an adjustment opportunity to trade right around the close. When we attempt to establish support, I move sideways along support, it looks like even into the post-market. Decline the following day on the 10th, offering an opportunity to open up a long position in the midst of that decline, my friends. And that is the S&P 500 for October 7th, 2022. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button, my friends. Don't forget about that rule of karma. And thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.